Dimitri and Kira made their way through the shattered streets of Yeva, keeping to the shadows and alleyways, always aware of the distant shuffling and eerie giggles of Barney's twisted congregation. The weight of the purple smoke still lingered in the air, a haunting reminder of how quickly the city had fallen into chaos. Every few blocks they stopped to check their surroundings, holding their breath whenever a figure moved in the distance. As they pressed forward, the tension slowly gave way to conversation, a necessary distraction from the horrors around them.
So what's your plan now that high school's done?
Kira asked, her voice soft but carrying a note of curiosity. Dimitri hesitated, sidestepping a pile of debris.
I was planning on going to the University of Yeva for biology. Maybe even get into medicine later on. But, I guess plans change.
Kira gave a half laugh, half sigh.
Same. I was looking forward to senior year, you know? Baseball, friends, figuring out what I want to do next. Now all I can think about is getting as far away from here as possible.
They continued down a narrow alley, where abandoned cars and shattered windows gave the place an eerie, post-apocalyptic feel. Every few moments, Dimitri glanced over at Kira, realizing how much more grounded she seemed than he'd expected. They hadn't been close in school, but the situation had brought out a side of her he hadn't known. Kira broke the silence.
My parents. I don't know if they're still alive. They left when everything started to go crazy. Said they'd come back for me, but...
She trailed off, eyes staring ahead with a sadness she tried to bury.
I'm sorry, Kira.
Dimitri said quietly.
I'm in the same boat. My parents went to Novaya Tumen. I have no idea if they're safe, but right now all I can focus on is surviving.
Kira nodded. As they moved deeper into the outskirts of the city, the once bustling roads were now deserted, save for the occasional corpse wrapped in decaying dinosaur fabric or paralyzed bodies frozen in the streets. The only sounds were the distant echoes of Barney's haunting songs, still playing from the loudspeakers. Dimitri suddenly stopped in his tracks, staring up at the night sky.
You know, I used to love watching the stars from the roof of my house. I'd spend hours up there, just thinking about what might be out there, how big the universe is.
Kira gave a small smile.
I never pegged you for a dreamer, Dimitri.
He shrugged.
Maybe that's why I like biology so much. Life is just fascinating. Every piece of it. Even now with all this horror, I can't help but think about how things work, how they've been twisted by that thing.
They walked in silence for a while, processing the memories they were sharing. Every step brought them closer to the edge of Yeva, where the towering city wall loomed in the distance, blocking off the way out.
I never thought I'd miss the simple stuff.
Kira muttered.
Riding my bike, grabbing ice cream with friends, even just having a boring day at school. Now it's all gone.
They rounded a corner, and suddenly, the faint glow of something unnatural caught their eye. At first, it seemed like a trick of the light, but as they drew closer, the glow intensified, illuminating the cracked pavement in an eerie purple hue.
What the hell is that?
Kira asked, stopping in her tracks. The glow on the ground formed a perfect circle, pulsating like it was alive. Dimitri cautiously approached it, his bat raised.
I don't know, but it can't be good.
As they stood there staring at the pulsating light, a cold chill ran down their spines. The air around them seemed to thrum with energy, as if the city itself were holding its breath. Before either of them could react, the ground beneath their feet shifted. The glowing circle grew brighter, a deep, unsettling hum rising from it. Dimitri tried to step back, but it was too late. The circle surged upward, enveloping them in a blinding purple light. Dimitri grabbed Kira's arm, but the force was overwhelming. The ground seemed to disappear beneath them, and within seconds they were pulled downward, sucked into the glowing vortex. Kira screamed as they fell into the abyss, the world around them twisting and warping. Dimitri held on tightly, his heart pounding as they were dragged into the unknown. The last remnants of the city of Yeva vanishing above them,